World.
Paul Hawksby, Andy Jacobs. No, it's not. It's Paul Hawksby, Charlie Baker here on TalkSPORT. I'll get there in the end. Just to remind you, we have a window of opportunity with our sponsors, our betting partner, Paddy Power, at the moment, and it's Champions League themed. Tottenham and Atalanta both to win. It was 10-3, now 4-1 the odds. It's open till 3 p.m. Thanks to Paddy Power. Official H&J betting partner. Maximum bet £20. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Just until 3 o'clock. But making a welcome return to the studio this afternoon is the former England all-rounder, Chris Lewis. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good to see you. Now we're going to talk about all sorts of things, but we're going to kick off talking about the team you turn out for these days, the charity team. Lashings. I've played against Lashings in the past.
Have you?
And they're quite good.
I played for it. They take no prisoners.
Played for the Bunburys. It's one of Andy's. I remember we played and Alconbury. It was a game every year at Alconbury. Norma Major's game, former Prime Minister's wife, and we played a game every year. And poor old Andy was bowling. Andy Jacobs, who's normally alongside me, and Franklin Rose was batting.
Oh wow!
Franklin, he got his eye in by the time Andy came on. I think it was a turning point for Andy. He changed his bowling after that.
Right.
He did a Gary Sobers on him. He did him for 660s, and I think there was a no ball in there as well. So I think he got a couple off the no ball. So he got 38 off the over.
That's a decent over.
This seems to be a theme. Seems to be a theme of Andy's bowling. That he gets knocked about the place.
Was this pre 2020?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
This was a long time ago, but it's always had a good side. You know, lots of great players have turned out, haven't they? Kirtley, and I played against Richie Richardson and Jimmy Adams. It's always been a very strong team, hasn't it?
It's always been fantastic. I've been, personally speaking, involved with Lashings over probably about 15 years. And some great people. You've mentioned some of them. Richie, not just the West Indies guys, but the Australian guys. Greg Blewett, New Zealand guys. People from all around
Chris
the world.
Cairns and everybody.
Chris
turned
Cairns,
out.
a big popular one.
Chris,
and certainly from my point of view, it's certainly wonderful having had a cricket career, an international career. And still be able to go out and play my sport, albeit at a lesser level, let's say, because it's nice days.
But the competitive fire never goes, does it? I mean, you must have played a lot of cricket and enjoyed it, but then, although the game retires you, the competitive element's still inside you. You still feel six, don't you?
It's almost sad to say, but. Even at this level, I don't go on the cricket field to lose.
No.
It's an odd thing. 100% what you say.
So you are guaranteed to see the stars if you go and see a Lashings match. So you've got a new you're here to launch a new shirt. I understand today. You've got a new shirt sponsor.
Very, very, very nice shirt with new sponsor logo. Just getting ready for what we hope will be an absolutely fantastic season.
Well, I've got just given us one of these. I've got the name on the back. Look at that.
Look at that. Beautiful, Paul. Beautiful.
That's also every shirt we sell, £1 goes to charity.
Oh, okay.
Cricket Kindness, and we're also going to make a draw in September. One person, it could be you, if you've bought a player's shirt, we're going to fly you from wherever you are in the world to come and join the squad for a week in Jamaica.
Oh wow!
All expenses, and you'll be paying a full price as well. So
that's a nice gig.
Lashings.com. The shirts are available. Redfoot, our new kit provider, have done a fantastic job, and we're really proud to be associated with Cricket Kindness in a little way. £230,000 we raised last year.
Fantastic.
In our first full year under the new ownership, and things are going from strength to strength. So good luck in the draw.
Yeah, brilliant.
Let's get on for the draw
sensational.
Now. Try and get
Chris,
to Jamaica.
I think last time you came in was to talk about the play of your life, which was very interesting. Off the book, of course. I mean, people know your backstory, very successful cricket career. Then you found yourself, as you said, making some wrong choices. You did just under 7 years in jail for smuggling cocaine into the country, and since then it's been about redemption and working with the PCA, working with people in cricket, working with other people as well, and just sort of telling your story and making sure other people don't make those sort of choices themselves.
From a personal point of view, it's about getting back on the right foot and being a member of society, and a good law-abiding member of society, certainly on a personal level. But of course, during a whole cricket career and being incarcerated, a lot of stuff has actually been learned. So we talked about the book. The book was simply just telling that story. The play was getting a little bit deeper and trying to give a little bit of insight to, in those moments, what's actually going on mentally, what's actually going on emotionally with people. And for me, that's really was the key, because we've all got our mental state. Yeah. We can all go, whatever you take. In my case, it was very specific, so I'm not suggesting it has to be that. But everybody can take whatever troubles they have in their life and make it into a big deal and put themselves in a place where they can look out and not see any hope at all.
Do you feel the conversation around sports people's mental health now is it's a lot easier to have, because everyone can see everybody's troubles, they're out there, and they like having the conversation?
I think what's happened over the last few years is that an environment has been created where certainly male sportsmen can actually come out and talk about things, where in the past you were kind of encouraged to kind of just hold it in, or just, be a man about it.
Whatever that means.
Indeed, nobody actually knew, but what it meant is that you kind of sat there and you enjoyed stuff. And it's just so much more healthier that people can actually come out and actually have that conversation nowadays.
That's one of the things that we are proud that has sort of evolved from my 18 years that I've been involved, although we've only owned it for 2, is we create an environment, a familiar environment, the dressing room environment, where no one else can, and the boys can be together. And of course, the history they've got with each other, it's the only chance they really get. Some players, sadly, didn't make the money they needed to and enjoy having a bit of a pin money in the summer. Other players come and don't need the money at all, but just enjoy being back in that environment.
I mean, has that been good for you, Chris, as part of kind of, if you like, rehabilitation, to be back in a cricket dressing room with the boys? And I saw you chatting to Goff in there. The banter's never going to.
Well, on a personal level, it's an environment that you actually know. So generally speaking, you're comfortable in. You're comfortable with the banter. But where Lashings is, I keep saying, it's so brilliant. I am an ex-cricketer of 52 years old. I'm 52 years old. But I still get to go around, travel around the country and actually take cricket to places and go with a bunch of superstars who a lot of ordinary people, a lot of ordinary cricket fans don't get to see. I mean, how many times can somebody say that Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh and... I mean, Devin Malcolm. Names are kind of endless. Chandra Paul and everything turned up at your club. And we had a day out with them where they weren't in a professional environment. They were actually accessible to you. And you could actually have a talk. Now, of course, you would hope that from a supporter's point of view, that's a wonderful thing. But also from a player's point of view, to be able to, at my age, still to be able to do that and interact. And we talk about redemption whilst playing cricket. You tend to be in your own little bubble, trying to work your stuff out. Now you're not involved in that anymore. You can actually go out and actually interact that much more and actually enjoy the day. So,
apart from the game, we have a complimentary Tier 3 training programme for all the youngsters. And I know the ex-players just love watching the youngsters, the lifeblood of the game, being coached by international cricketers. And it's...
I mean, let me give you an idea of a typical Lashings day. As in, you turn up at the ground probably about 10:30 in the morning, and then from 11 o'clock to somewhere between 12 and perhaps 12:30, all the guys are out there interacting and coaching the young players of the club. I don't know where in the world for an hour and a half for free you can get 12 international.
Access
to 12 international players.
It's quite cheap.
And the day goes on. We have a lunch. We raise money for our charity, Cricket Kindness. And then the cricket actually starts in the afternoon at sort of 3:30, 4 o'clock, 2020. It's a beautiful day for everybody involved, the guys and the people who are coming around, who can come in some cases.
So you got another busy programme this summer then?
We've got 20 games already. Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh are all but confirmed, but we've got Mark Ramprakash is going to be with us, obviously Chris Lewis, John Embry, and we're going to be...
Embry's still rolling in.
He's still hard to get away as well.
Do you know the funniest thing about Embers? nobody can still hit him.
But they can't get him out,
nobody can't hit him.
That's the sort of bowling I do.
Yeah,
Is it?
Trash bowling.
I'm not going to. No, it's not trash bowling. Sorry, Embers. No, it's not.
Listen, he's unbelievable at his age.
I can imagine, yeah.
Pure skill.
All the info is at lashingsworld.com. All the dates are there, and all the information on the new shirt and getting involved and maybe winning yourself a trip to the Caribbean. So good to see you again, Chris. Thanks very much for coming
Guys,
in.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for having
Have
us.
a good season. Scott, thank you very much as well.
Great
Scott Charlton there, the co-owner of Lashings. It's Paul Hawksby and Charlie Baker here on TalkSport.